Hello, thanks so much for joining me today on this episode of Simply Saturday. My name is Julie, and this is Stamp with Julie Baum. If you've been around for any time at all, you already know that the goal of Simply Saturday is for me to bring to you a card or project that is fast and easy to complete. And today is no exception, although I'm going to be pulling my materials from a recent paper pumpkin kit. Now, if you want to stay tuned to the very end of this video, we'll talk a little bit more about paper pumpkin and what it means to subscribe. But for now, let's jump into the card making portion. The card that I'm going to be showing you was from the February of 2023 paper pumpkin kit. And in this kit, there were enough supplies to create 9 cards, 3 each of 3 different designs. Now, this card I did on an Instagram reel, so you might have caught that one. You could watch that one in a super high-speed video. And the one that we're going to be doing today begins with this background. Now, one of the things that makes it so fast and easy to put together is that all of your parts and pieces come inside the kit, and all you need to do is some simple punching out. So for instance, for this particular project, I needed 1 duck, 4 clouds, and this little banner. Now, all of those pieces were in my paper pumpkin box, and I was able to punch them out of these little background sheets. So I did those quickly, put them in little piles, and then I'm ready to begin. So the first thing we're going to do is our stamping, and this is one of the stamps that came inside the kit. There's like a little set of stamps that comes each month. So this stamp says, "You brighten my day." So I'm going to ink it up with my Mango Melody ink pad, and I'm going to stamp it here on my banner. Now I do want to put my either my Stampin' Pierce mat or just something thick like a piece of cardboard underneath your paper so that you can help yourself get a better image when you're stamping with photopolymer stamps. This is a photopolymer stamp and it needs a little cushion. So watch, I'm just going to stick this piece of cardboard. This comes inside the paper pumpkin kit as well. So I'm just going to stick that underneath my little banner shape there, and then I'm going to stamp. And this is going to give me a nice crisp image on my banner. All right, the next thing that I'm going to do is stamp a sunshine. And the sunshine is going to go right here on the front of the card. Now it's going to peek over the edge a little bit, so I'm just going to take a piece of scrap paper and tuck it inside there. I'm going to ink up that cute sun stamp with my Mango Melody. And I'm going to stamp it here on the front of the card, just with the edge of it peeking down onto the inside on that scratch paper. All right, there's our sunshine. All right, now the next thing that we're going to do is apply our adhesive to our little parts. So I'm going to move this out of the way. I think it'll be easier for you to see. All right, on 3 of the clouds, we need to add glue dots, and in your paper pumpkin kit, the glue dots look like this. Instead of being on a roll, they're on a little flat sheet. And so the easiest way for me to pick these up is to use my Take Your Pick tool. So I'm going to place 2 or 3 glue dots on the bottom and the front of each of these clouds. Now, how do I know where placement goes? That's where your little instruction sheet comes in. You can just refer to that and it shows you right where to put your adhesive. So I need the dots on the front of 3 clouds, and then I'm going to need the dots on the back of this cloud. I'm going to add 2 here. 1 probably would have been enough, but I will add 2. Okay, then on the back of my word banner and on the back of my duck, we're going to put a few Stampin' Dimensionals. So on my duck, I'm going to put, I think 1 is enough. I'm going to put 1 right there. I didn't even refer to the instructions on that. You could probably have used 2 if you want, but I'm sure that 1 is going to hold my duck in place. And then I'm going to use 3 Stampin' Dimensionals on the back of this banner. And we're already ready to put the card together. So the first thing I'm going to do is attach my little duck. And he's going to go over here to the right side of the card, down here on the front panel, and just his little face is kind of peeking on the inside. So my dimensional is here. It's not sticky on the other side. All right, cute. Then I'm going to add the one cloud that had the glue dots on the back. We're going to put that right on top of our little sunshine. So that's going to go right there. Then let's take our stamped banner, removing the backing from those 3 Stampin' Dimensionals. This is going to go right here, centered at the bottom. And now it's time for my 3 clouds. So the first one I'm going to put right inside the front, and see, we put those glue dots on the front because this is going to stick to the inside of that front cover. So there's my first cloud. So I did that one in the center, and now I'm going to go to the right and to the left. It probably doesn't matter at all if you worked your way from left to right or however you put your clouds on, but that's how I decided to do that one. This one is peeking out to the left, and then I have my third one. Look, all these great images, only a little bit of stamping, and the rest is simply putting the card together. Okay, this one I'm going to have peek up here behind the little duck a little bit. And so I'm going to arrange it like so and stick that one into place. Now look at how adorable that card is. Let's add some embellishments and we'll be finished with this. All right, so here's some beautiful pink glossy dots. And these are really, because I've done a few of these already, they're really attached quite tightly to the little backing paper. So I'm going to use my pointy tip to just kind of loosen it a little bit. And then once it's loose, I can pick it up with my putty end of my take your pick tool and then drop it into place. This needs a little squishing, I think. And same thing with the second one. I'm just going to loosen it a little bit. Then I can pick it up with this and bring it over here and put it in place. And then one more time. And we'll put this one over here. And look at how adorable. So that is truly a Simply Saturday card, but it doesn't seem like it because of the beautiful background, the beautiful prepared inside, all of those cute little die cuts. You wouldn't imagine that we made this card in well under 6 minutes. And that's with me blabbering on and on. All right, so that's this one. I mentioned the other one that was in my Instagram reel, and then there is also a third card that I will feature in a separate video from this same paper pumpkin. Now, let me rewind and say a couple of things. So Paper Pumpkin is a subscription service. You can subscribe so that it comes to your mailbox each and every month. Inside each Paper Pumpkin will always be an ink pad, a stamp set, any adhesives that are needed for that particular project, any embellishments that are needed for that project, plus typically a number of die cuts, and often I know from experience there are usually a few extra die cuts that you can save for some other projects in the future, plus the full color instruction sheet that will show you all of the parts, all of the pieces, where to attach your adhesive and which kind of adhesive to use. And one thing that a lot of people don't know is as a subscriber, each month you will receive an email with a YouTube video showing you how to make all of the elements in that particular kit, whether it's cards or a home decor product or little treat boxes. You can watch the YouTube video and see it being done, which serves as a personal tutorial for you. So again, I wanted to be sure that you understood that Paper Pumpkin is certainly one of the ways that you can create fast and easy cards and projects. Now, out of the many platforms and the different ways that I share projects with you and promote my business, I would say that Simply Saturday is definitely one of the ones that is most watched. And so I wanted to be sure and explain about Paper Pumpkin here given this opportunity. I also want to let you know that if you read the description underneath this video, there are 2 words that say show more. If you click on those, that description box will open up and you'll be able to find quite a bit more information, including some of my shopping links and other helpful information. You'll also find a hostess code there each and every time. Thank you so much for watching this episode of Simply Saturday, and I look forward to stamping with you again soon. Until then, hugs and happy stamping.